Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4, Power and Revolution, French Colonialism. And in the last episode, we had conquered and colonized Venezuela. Venezuela is now is controlled by France, and now we are controlling two countries. It's a bit of a weird situation. If you click on one country, to control one country, you have to control the other. So you don't have any of this same color, Actually, there's separate relations, too, with two different countries. So that's kind of weird. This is new to the 2019 add-on, so I'm not very familiar with it. But basically, you control both countries. Controlling two countries was an option in Masters of the World, which was Geopolitical Simulator 3. So that's always been around, and I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I always sort of was interested in maybe playing something like that. No, that's not how it works. Playing two countries at a time. It seemed really difficult. Probably going to focus on one, I guess, at a time. Ooh, look at that. That's just like... What is that? Oh, that's a missile. Paused. Why is there a missile just paused there? That's just bad graphics. Alright, I'm just going to try to focus on one at a time, I guess. And right now, we're going to focus on Venezuela. And it looks like, out of order, because there's cyber attacks. The whole country is is dealing with cyber attacks right now. So, I'm going to try to play a little bit and get past the cyber attacks before I really develop a strategy. But before that, let's just go over... When I say whole country, I mean both France and Venezuela is under cyber attack. So I guess they're both... That's weird, too. So it is France, but it's marked as Venezuela. Because right now I'm on Venezuela, but the flag is the French flag. But it is a separate country. So it looks like separate countries, separate political parties, separate rulers, but ultimately under the rule of France and you as the player. So we're gonna see what happens. So let's take a look at Venezuela, because this country was just annihilated by French invasion, right? Not really annihilated, but we bombarded. We really just hit the airfields. I guess we didn't hit any strategic elements of the country. So we have a budget deficit of $18 billion. Total income is 232. Oh no, that's it's total income. Total budget is 248. So we have to deal with that issue, which is probably going to lead to some additional taxes. But I got to look at this political party, because I have to figure out what exactly we're dealing with here. United Republic Movement, which is a right-wing political tendency, so they're not going to like taxes. Let me look at the GDP real quick. Number here. Our GDP is $103 billion, with a growth rate of 2.3% and really good unemployment numbers. Inflation is very high. Wonder if I can convert the currency to the French dollar. Maybe that'll stabilize things. I don't know what impact that'll have on the French dollar, though. GDP per capita is about 3,000. This is a rough country. But popularity is pretty high, so I don't need popularity. Let me look at housing real quick. There are no dilapidated houses. Well, that's socialism for you, right? Wow. I don't know how much... So what I'm also interested in is trade. Can we make a trade deal with France? There is no diplomacy, so you can't make trade deals. I guess you're just... The economics are just part of this. Oh no, there it is. New contract. Okay. So now, how does this work as far as me accepting the trade? We're going to go to sales, and we're going to want to sell, obviously, oil. Maybe some natural gas too. France has a... That's not really a lot of oil. I guess oil production is down because of the cyber attack. So France has... or Venezuela has a production of 113 million tons of oil per day. Per day? 100 million tons of oil. France has a 16 or $68 million demand. I'm going to up that to satisfy half of France's demand, basically coming from the French colony. And the price is set by OPEC. So we can't change the price. So let's send the offer. Now, I'm assuming I have to receive the offer. So let's press play. Let's see how this mechanic works. Venezuela is responsible for the cyber attack. How do I stop the cyber attack? Can Venezuela stop the cyber attack? It doesn't say anything about a cyber attack. This whole cyber attack thing is screwing us up. $4 million of damages to France. Let me go into... Where would it be? Secret Service, I believe. Cybersecurity. I don't think we can halt any attack that's already going on. Let's go back to France and oh, here we go. Mr. President, we are informed that the cyber attack that we were under is officially considered a closed matter. All affected services and businesses have restarted their applications and updated their protected system. That's good. Let me just check Venezuela real quick. See, this is like tedious going back and forth. A little annoying. So, why are out of order because of cyber attacks? This should stop now, right? Unless Venezuela is under cyber attack from somebody else. Out of order, current cyber attacks. A lot of forces are returning home. That's a good thing. Troops are returning home. Let's see if we're getting an offer. There we go. Alright, so now we have the offer. And I'm not going to negotiate with myself, obviously. So I'll just accept the offer. And now we have a deal that should... Shut up. This deal should benefit both of our countries. $3.7 billion GDP loss because of that cyber attack. Yuck. Alright, first contract with France.
You have just signed your first contract. A note from my department will allow a rapid expert appraisal of this contract. It is attached to the contract.
Alright, now we're exploiting things economically. What does that do to... Now Venezuela has its own flag. What is that going to do to GDP? 103... I don't know if it's going to have too much of an effect on GDP. Let me check. Hostage taken. An uprising. Oh no. Black community is rioting
We are hearing
and...
at this very moment that confrontations are taking place between law enforcement and the foreign community. According to on-site testimonies, a high-speed chase between the police and two young members of the community went awry. The community members hit a police vehicle which had blocked the road at the last moment, and they died on impact.
Okay. Well. Course free. This is a French hostage taking. Can I deal with this in France? Maybe I have to deal with this in France. Oh, the riots are in France, and the hostage taking... No, the riots are in Venezuela. the hostage taking is in France. Wow, this is tedious. I'm never doing this again. I'm never going to do this, taking over countries like this again, I don't think. It's just really annoying. Let's see if we can appear on television and put down... Suppress the movement.
The rebels have set up there.
The rebels. There they are. National unrest. Indecisive.
Your television appearance does not seem to have fundamentally changed the course of...
Great. That's the television experience. Appearance.
Perspective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify...
No, I'm not interested in that.
One of our men has to
I gotta go here and take care of this thing. Let's take care of this black rebellion right here. Black community rebellion, excuse me. Oh, we got a lot of soldiers here. You know what I need to do? I need to send in police reinforcements before I deal with it. So I don't want to use the soldiers. We're down to 94%. We had a big drop in popularity. Reinforcements have been sent in. China has abandoned a space program to Mars. Speaking of space programs, how are things going in our space programs? I haven't thought about that in a while. I don't know if I'll have time to get to that in this episode. Let's see what's going on with these reinforcements. Police reinforcements. Where are they? Let's go and arrest some people. There's a police officer. So we just made 2 arrests. Make another one. Got 2 more. Grab that guy. And there's another guy there. Zoom in on the action. Protester arrested, and another protester arrested. That's it. The rebellion, or the uprising, is over.
We have subdued the rebel movement.
Rebel movement has been subdued. Alright. Now, for the Venezuelans, they're down to... We're running at 93% popularity. Let me take a look at the healthcare. Not a lot of reimbursement there. All right, about $500 million in healthcare. See if that helps popularity at all. And I'm not seeing much here. Let's pick up the pace, get to the next day. We got nothing from that. That sucks. Alright, we need to do some tax reform here. Turnover tax rate. Let's see if we can get this. Ah. Fill this position with somebody. Oh, there's our health boost. But nothing really, no percentage points given. Demonstrators have been released. Happiness declines. Oh my god, public finances is looking horrible. Cabinet. Slow that down. We need a treasury minister. Appoint new minister. Treasury. Party and power. I don't know who to appoint really. figure I should get somebody I like, or that likes me.
I'm sorry, but this post corresponds neither to my professional competence nor to my areas of interest.
Oh, great. Why can't I have my advisor just figure this out? That's why I hate dealing with this cabinet. Thank you for taking care of the ecology. It's fantastic. I just gotta go through all these people. It's gonna be so tedious.
I'm sorry, but this...
It takes so long to do this. Look at this. This is just... I don't know who would be interested. This guy doesn't like me. I want to have meetings with these people. Maybe I should have a meeting just to see if they'd be interested.
I'm sorry, but this...
That's just really annoying. We can't make any reforms until that's done. We could cut back on stuff. But let me take a look at what our political system is. Looks like it's one-party system. Oh boy, I don't want to dissolve Parliament. Determine powers of Parliament. They vote on laws, motions of no confidence against the government, but not against the head of state. This is definitely not democratic. Five-year terms. They have a referendum. Their system is majority election. I don't really want to mess with that at all. How does it work with the head of state? Head of state. Nomination of head of state. Democratically elected by universal suffrage. So maybe I guess it is an election. Electing the head of state for 2 terms. Term limits are unlimited. Length of the term is 6 years. That's nice. That's like a 12-year term there. Modify head of state's salary. I'm not going to touch that. So, establish control with regard to associations. Associations tolerated and monitored. Do I want to bring political parties, additional political parties, to determine the legality of the state with regard to political parties? To tolerate a multi-party system under state control, or a free multi-party system. What would this do? Poll on this. Poll results are favorable. Do I want to risk it? Then I got to manage 2 countries. Let's confirm it. We'll make it a democracy. Turning Venezuela into a democracy. Maybe this will help improve our relations with the United States, and then we can make a deal with the United States. Okay. Let me go to France. France is suffering here.
The theory that says if one doesn't like you to...
Sure, meet with these people. Continuing to try to spread our influence into the West and Central African nations. One of our nationals, a journalist, was hijacked by the Iraqi Forces for Pure Islam.
The theory that says...
I should have a meeting coming up with,
The theory that says if one does...
I gotta put a halt to all these meetings. It's just too many.
The theory that says if...
I should have a meeting coming up in Venezuela, too. What city is this? Santo Domingo. Still don't know how we're going to deal with these things. Maybe if it's under there. Out of order because of current cyber attacks. It doesn't say we're getting attacked anywhere. Well, this has been pretty tedious. If you have any suggestions, feel free to post them down below. At least we made a trade agreement. We got through that. I'm trying to find a head of treasury for Venezuela, so I can actually make some finance reforms and maybe save this country. Until I figure that out, and maybe I'll try to figure that out in the maybe I'll try to figure that out in the intermission in between episodes, if I have some time. I don't know if I'm going to remember. But that's going to be it for this episode. So, thank you for watching. Again, any suggestions, feel free to comment down below. Feel free to like the video if you did, and you want to see more. Subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button for constant updates. Also, pre-release videos on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.